rage, locked with age. Every step I tried to slow made the pressure grow. I don't carry this again, not till the end. I refuse to stay quiet now. I won't fade into the ground. Every doubt I kept inside hits the sound. I refuse to stay quiet here. Let it tear, let it appear. I don't hide, I don't retreat, I release. I was standing in my way every night, every day, trying not to cross the line that was mine. I don't wait for fear to pass, I let it crack. Every truth I try to mute breaks through. I refuse to stay quiet now. Every wall is falling down. Every scar becomes a sign that I'm alive. I refuse to stay quiet still. I don't bend, I don't sit still. I don't pause, I don't comply, I decide. I refuse to stay quiet now. Hear my name, hear it loud. Every step ignites the ground. I resound. I refuse to stay quiet here. All the weight disappears. I don't freeze, I don't fall. I stand I was never meant to fade. I was meant to break the cage. I was walking with my head down low, counting every breath I couldn't show. All the words I never dared to say, they stayed quiet, but they stayed. I learned how to smile through the noise, learned how to doubt my own voice. Every step felt heavy inside, but I kept moving, even terrified. If I stop here, I'll disappear. So I lean into the fear. Even silence starts to shake when my heart decides to break. I run toward the quiet, not away, where the truth has room to stay. Even if my hands still shake tonight, I'm not wrong for wanting light. I run toward the quiet, hear it breathe. just scared to move. Now the quiet feels like truth. The room feels wider when I breathe, like nothing's asking much of me. No answers waiting by the door, just a floor, just a floor. I used to chase the louder sound, mistaking noise for being found. But now the silence draws a line, and I stay inside. Every word I didn't say is resting somewhere safe. I don't need to fix the past, I just let it pass. Between the quiet lines I stay, let the moment drift my way. I don't need to name the pain. If it fades, it fades. Between the quiet lines I see all the space returning to me. I don't have to prove a thing, I can just breathe. Keeps moving soft and slow, like it knows what I don't know. No pressure pulling at my chest, I let it rest. If tomorrow comes too fast, I'll meet it when it asks. For now this calm is mine, and that's enough tonight. Between the quiet lines I stay, let the worries slip away. I don't need a brighter sign, this is fine. Between the quiet lines I feel something gentle, something real. I don't need to run or hide, I'm alive. Nothing loud, nothing strong, just a place where I belong. I keep my voice low so it doesn't spill out. The truest things I feel, I keep them in my chest. I got good at acting fine, laughing just to stay in line. Hide my fears when no one sees, let them live inside of me. I told myself that staying quiet was the safest way to breathe. But something deep inside my chest was starting to move in me. This is the night before I speak, feelings without a name yet. I'm not trying to hurt anyone, I just won't leave myself. This is the night before I speak, hands still shaking in the dark. This is not an ending, I'm choosing who I am. Every truth behind my teeth felt too fragile to believe. The longer I refused to say it, the further it drifted from me. Even if I fall tonight, I wanna feel I just chose my voice tonight. I try to stay quiet, stay in line, let every feeling pass me by. But something underneath my skin is starting to begin. I folded words into my chest, called it calm, called it rest. But even silence has a weight that starts to resonate. I can feel it every night, something pressing from inside. Not a scream, not a sound, just the truth that won't lie down. When silence pushes back at me, I feel my heart resisting quietly. I don't raise my voice, I don't attack, but I won't step away from that. When silence pushes back again, I learn the shape of who I am. I don't have to shout or prove, I just stand here holding truth. I watch the world keep moving fast, like nothing here was meant to last. But in the stillness I remain, listening to the strain. I don't need to break the night just to know I'm still alive. Every breath is pulling me toward the place I need to be. When silence pushes back here holding true. I stayed quiet long enough to hear what was always waiting here. I don't feel strong, but I feel here, like something steady finally appeared. No sudden answers, no clear sign, just a quieter mind. I used to think that bravery was standing tall for all to see, but now I know it comes in ways that never make the stage. It's a step I almost miss, the pause before I quit. I don't rush, I don't flee, I let the moment be. This is a softer kind of brave, not loud enough to shake the ground, but it stays. I don't need to win the day, just move a little forward now. This is a softer kind of brave, and it's enough somehow. The past still whispers from behind, but it's losing all its shine. I hear the future breathe ahead, not pulling, just let. I don't need to know the end, just trust where I extend. Every doubt I gently move makes a little room. This softer kind of brave, not burning bright, but softly stayed in place. I don't need to clear the way, just take the next step how I can. This is a softer kind of brave, and I understand. I don't run, I don't delay, I walk with what I have today. I step outside the quiet room, feel the air begin to move. Nothing changed, but something's new, and I feel it too. My shadow's shorter than before, I'm not staring at the floor. Every doubt I used to hide walks a little by my side. I don't rush, I don't pretend, but I feel the pressure bend, like the weight is letting go more than I know. I'm still standing in the light, not running, not afraid this time. Every step feels more like mine. still standing in the light, even when the road is wide. I don't question every sign. I'm still standing in the light. Every doubt I carry through feels a little less untrue. I'm still standing in the light, and I move. I don't know how far I'll go, but I'm walking, and I know. I feel the engine starting up, like I've waited long enough. Every quiet rule I kept is losing all its depth. I try to move in careful lines, try to read every sign, but hesitation burns me out more than any doubt. If I slow down, I disappear, so I lean into the fear. Every heartbeat pulls me through to something new. I'm burning through the calm tonight, letting motion take the light. Every step ignites the sound. I don't stay underground. I'm burning through the calm I kept. Every promise I forget. I don't need to settle down. I'm moving now. Past still tries to hold my sleeve, asking what I still believe. But every time I hesitate, I feel the drag, the weight. I don't need a perfect way, just a reason not to stay. Every doubt I leave behind feeds the fire in my mind. I'm burning through the calm tonight, breaking forth without a fight. Every word is gaining ground. I don't mute the sound. I'm burning through the calm I save for a version I outgrew. I don't need to settle down. I'm moving through. Maybe peace was never still, just the courage to stand still. Now I know what calm can do when it moves you. I'm burning through the calm tonight, not reckless but alive. Every doubt dissolves to sound. I don't back down. I'm burning through the calm I was into something I become. I don't need to settle down. I'm moving now. After the noise I finally hear what was buried under fear. No echoes chasing me, just clarity. I don't need to run ahead, I don't need the words I said. Every rush I try to win fades within. All the motion leaves a trace, but I slow my pace. Nothing pulling at my chest, I let it rest. After the noise I stay right here, let the quiet reappear. I don't need to feel so strong, just feel where I belong. After the noise I start to see what remains inside of me. Not the fight, not the flame, just my name. I carried more than I could hold, called it brave, called it bold, but every step without a pause takes a cost. Now the weight begins to fall, I don't need it all. Every breath returns to size in my eyes. After the noise I stay right here, let the quiet draw me near. I don't need to push or prove, I can choose. After the noise the ground is clear, I feel steady, not severe. Not the fire, not the flame, just my name. Nothing loud, nothing wrong, just the place where I belong. Nothing I don't leave the past behind, I just loosen how it binds. Every step I didn't take still shape my way. There were nights I held too tight, things I thought I had to fight, but some weight was never mine to define. I don't erase the scars I keep, I just choose which ones to need. Every moment that remains still explains. This is what I choose to carry now. Not the fear, not every doubt, only what can move with me, what still breathes. This is what I choose to carry on. Not the night, but what it taught. I don't rush, I don't worry. This is what I choose to carry. I was measuring my pace, the past, but what it gave to my way. This is what I choose to carry on. Every breath that keeps me warm. I move slow, I move steady. This is what I choose to carry. I don't need to see the end. I just walk and I attend. I don't raise my voice to stand. I don't need to prove who I am. Every step I choose to take leaves a wake. I was told to hurry, shine, leave the quiet far behind. But the ground beneath my feet moves with me. I don't push against the tide. I let time align. Every doubt I learn to face takes its place. This is the shape of courage now. Not the fire, not the vow. It's the way I stay in line with what's mine. This is the shape of courage here. Moving forward, staying clear. I don't rush, I don't break. I just take the steps I make. I've been wrong, I've been slow. Still I learned what I should know. Every pause that felt like fear brought me here. I don't need a louder sign, just a steady line. Every breath I hold and give lets me live. This is the shape of courage now. Not the win, not the crown. It's the way I keep my ground safe and sound. This is the shape of courage here. Walking through what once was fear. I don't rush, I don't fake. I just take the steps I make. This is the shape of courage now. Every truth I allow. Not the past, not the ache, just the road I take. This is the shape of courage here. Every reason I stay near. I don't rush, I don't break. I just take the steps I make. I'm not fast, I'm not late. I arrive at my own pace. I kept my balance, kept my pace. Tried to move without a trace, but something's pressing from inside, asking why. I learned to carry quiet well. Learned the lines I couldn't tell, but every step that I delay pulls me back. I don't need to break the ground just to feel the sound. Every truth I try. 'Cause 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 ない Feel it gathering inside, not rushing but alive, like a word I almost say, then let it stay. I don't need to raise my hand to know where I stand. Every silence feels awake in its place. Something's moving underneath. Every breath is leaning in. Not a shout, not a sound, just a truth for me now. I'm almost loud enough to feel what I've been holding still. Not breaking free, not breaking through, just closer to what's true. I'm almost loud enough to stand without letting go my hand. I don't need to cross the line, just know that it's mine. The air feels thinner than before, like I've been here once more. Every doubt begins to wait at the gate. I don't force what wants to rise. I let time decide. Every fear that pulled me down slows now. I'm almost loud enough to feel the shape of what is real. Not fire yet, not flame, but not the same. I'm almost loud enough to stay, even when I hesitate. I don't need to speak it out. I'm close I'm almost loud enough to feel every promise I reveal. Not the end, not the start, but the heart. I'm almost loud enough to stand in the place I always am. I don't need to raise my sound. I'm Nothing breaks, nothing falls. I just hear it, that's all. I felt it breaking through my chest. Not a scream, but something left. Every word I tried to hide found its side. I was holding what I knew, like it was the only truth. But the moment started shifting shape, and I let it change. Every fear I locked away started losing weight. I don't pull it back this time, I let it rise. This is the moment I let it go. Not the past, not what I know. silence feels too small to hold it all. Every breath becomes a sign that I'm crossing lines, not to run, not to escape, just to stay awake. This is the moment I let it go, feel it rising in my voice. Every truth I still ignore knocks once more. This is the moment I let it go. I don't slow, I don't control, I don't push, I don't pretend, I extend. This is the moment I let it go. Every doubt begins to fold. Not the end, but now I know I can go. This is the moment I let it go. Feel the rhythm take control. I don't need to brace the fall. I stand tall. I didn't lose what I was, I just opened up. I carried every warning sign like it was drawn into my spine. Every fear I tried to keep started pulling me. I learned the shape of hesitation, called it careful, called it patience. But every moment held too long turns into a wall. I don't wait for it to fade, I don't look away. Every breath is pushing me to be free. I'm running past the fear tonight, not looking back, not asking why. Every step ignites the ground, I don't slow down. I'm running past the fear inside, let it burn, let it collide. I don't brace, I don't retreat, I move my feet. I was standing at the line, thinking maybe this was fine, but the silence broke its frame when I said my name. I don't need a safer sound, I need to feel it now. Every doubt that held me still loses way. I'm running past the fear tonight, every shadow left behind, every truth I tried to hide comes alive. I'm running was never meant to stay. I was meant to move this way. I don't chase the night anymore. I've been here, I've been before. Every step that led me through brought me closer to the truth. I was afraid of standing still, thought the quiet meant I would fade, but every moment taught me how to stay. I don't need the road to shine, just a steady line. Every breath reminds me why I'm alive. When the light finally stays, I don't turn away. I let it rest on my face. I don't need to run or hide. I don't need another sign. When the light finally stays, I remain. I carried more than I could hold, learned what matters, learned what folds. Every fear that lost its name let me change. I don't rush the closing sound, I let it come around. Every silence feels complete at my feet. When the light finally stays, I don't look away. All the weight begins to fade. I don't need to win the day, just to know I'll be okay. When the light finally stays, I remain. When the light finally stays, I don't turn away. Every scar becomes a way. I don't need to outrun time, I just walk this line as mine. When the light finally stays, I remain. Nothing fades, nothing breaks. I'm here. When the light finally stays, hey, I don't chase the night anymore. I've been here, I've been before. Every step that led me through brought me closer to the truth. I was afraid of standing still, thought the quiet meant I'd fade, but every moment taught me how to stay. I don't need the road to shine, just a steady line. Every breath reminds me why I'm alive. When the light finally stays, I don't turn away. turn away. Every scar becomes a way. I don't need to outrun time. I just walk this line as mine. When the light finally stays, I remain. Nothing fades, nothing breaks. I'm here when the light finally stays.